Today, on this National Day of Prayer, I want to tell you 3 things God is doing while you've been praying. The third one will tell you exactly where you are. Revelation 8:3. And another angel came and stood at the altar, having a golden censer, and there was given to him much incense, that he should offer it with the prayers of all saints on the golden altar which was before the throne. Millions of people across this nation prayed today, and the Bible says God doesn't waste a single prayer. Your prayers, every one of them, are saved. So here's what God has been doing while you've been praying. 1. He's been removing things you didn't ask him to remove. You prayed for an answer. He removed an obstacle. You prayed for clarity. He removed a confusion. You prayed for a relationship to be restored. He removed a person you didn't know was the actual problem. Sometimes God answers a prayer not by adding what you asked for, but by subtracting what was in the way. When God called Abraham to the promised land, he didn't first show him the land. He first told him to leave his country, his kindred, and his father's house. The blessing required removal before it required addition. If God has taken something out of your life this past year, that wasn't a setback. That was an answered prayer in disguise. 2. He's been preparing you in places nobody could see. While you've been praying, God has been working on the you who will receive the answer. He's been quietly building character in private, strengthening faith in the silent seasons, removing what would have ruined the answer if he gave it to you too soon. David spent years on the run from Saul before he became king. Those weren't wasted years. Those were the years God was building a king who wouldn't abuse the throne. If you feel like nothing is happening on the outside, something major is happening on the inside. The answer to your prayer requires a version of you that doesn't exist yet, and God is patiently building her. 3. He's been positioning you for a moment you don't see coming. This is the one that will tell you exactly where you are. You think you're in a holding pattern. You think nothing is moving. You think you're stuck. But here's what's actually happening. God has been arranging people, doors, timing, and circumstances behind the scenes for one moment that you can't see yet. And when that moment lands, every single year you spent waiting will make sense. When Esther was praying and fasting, she didn't know that her one moment with the king would save an entire nation. She just kept showing up to prayer. God did the rest. Your faithful prayers are not just changing you, they are positioning you. There is a moment coming that all this waiting has been preparing you for. So tonight, on the close of this National Day of Prayer, hear this. The prayers you said today are not just yours. They are joining decades of prayers you've prayed before, and God is weaving every one of them together into something so much bigger than what you asked for. You are not just praying, you are being positioned. If you needed this tonight, type, "He's weaving it together," and share with someone who joined in prayer today.